Welcome to the Cleighton Show. I am your host, Clayton, and this is a very, very interesting episode of the Clayton Show because over the course of the past few weeks, Donald Trump was almost assassinated. Joe Biden mysteriously just disappeared and then dropped out. So we'll get to all that in a little bit. But right now, I want to address a few things. There's been a few episodes of my podcast that have been taken down, and they will stay down forever. I will address a few things in a later episode stating why that's all down. But until then, we're going to get into this interesting information. And I'm very, very confused. I don't really know how all this happened, but it happened. So we're going to start off with this picture of Donald Trump. You've probably seen this photo. Most people have. He was almost assassinated on the 13th. And there's a lot of unanswered questions still 3 weeks later. And this is just an iconic photo. The fist in the air. He got shot in the ear. And then he gets up and goes, fight, fight, fight. That's heroic. That's awesome. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. So we'll get to more on that. Well, I guess that's kind of all that is to that. But why is this where we're at right now? Why are we at the point where we're trying to assassinate former presidents? The last time this happened was, I think it was 42 years ago with Ronald Reagan. No liberal, Democratic, whatever you want to call it, has been almost assassinated at all. And I personally think that God's hand was on Donald Trump's life that day. Because the fact that he just turned his head however many degrees and it just grazed his ear and hit his ear, that's crazy. That doesn't just happen. That absolutely doesn't just happen. So I think that's insane. And Donald Trump said this. Here, I will put it up on the screen for you guys to see. I'm not supposed to be here tonight, Trump said before the crowd began chanting, "Yes, you are. I stand before you in this arena only by the grace of Almighty God." So Trump knows, and I know, and I'm hoping that you know that too. I just do not understand why this is where we're at, guys. Why is this where we are? You cannot say that God didn't have his hand on Trump. You cannot say that. And violence is not the answer for either party. I do not care. I may not agree with most of the things liberals say, but I do not think that we should be trying to assassinate them or kill them. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable. And the liberals are always saying, well, you guys are the violent party. You guys are violent. Trump is Hitler 2.0. Yet we haven't tried to assassinate anyone. No one on this side has. Not that I know of. So why are we the violent ones? How are we the violent ones? I do not understand. And even more to the levels of wishing that Trump died that Saturday. Take a look at this horrific tweet or whatever. Here we go. Well, at least one he didn't die. Well, at least one supported it. I'll take all I can get. My heart goes out to the family of the shooter. Of the shooter. Why the shooter? Know that he died doing what was needed to be done. Hopefully someone will accomplish a task before we all vote. Really? This is what you want to really? This is where we're at right now? Wishing that someone would die just because they don't align with your political beliefs or anything? What? Why? It truly sickens me that we live in this sick, twisted world that would even think of wishing that someone would die, let alone tweeting about it or doing a Facebook post about it. Really? You're just gonna publicly say that because you want to? And if this was flipped and a Democratic candidate was almost assassinated, this whole ordeal would mean a whole lot more to them. A whole lot more. But now we're not seeing much about it in the news. They're just now figuring out the bullet. It was actually a bullet that hit former President Trump. Yeah, we all knew that. We all knew that. Watch the clip. It wasn't shrapnel or whatever they thought it was. Let's read some of these headlines from everyone's beloved news channels. I mean, just beloved. Just have to love it. CNN, Trump injured an incident at rally. An incident, just a small little incident. NBC, Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after hearing popping noise at his Pennsylvania rally. Popping. Just like a firework. Popping noise. Really? It's just these headlines are so misleading. So misleading. Oh, this is my favorite. USA Today. Trump removed from stage by Secret Service after loud noises. These loud noises startled the former president. What? The loud noises? Why are they not saying former President Trump almost died? We're not gonna say that? We're not gonna say he was almost just killed? No, just a little popping noise. It just scared him. It just freaked him out a little bit. Whatever. It's no big deal. No big deal. Why? It's just weird. It's almost like they wanted it to happen. But no. They wouldn't stage something like this. It's not like it was Homeland Security that was supposed to be protecting Donald Trump that had no they didn't know anything about that. That wasn't part of their training. They were not ready to help. I mean, sure they rushed in and jumped on top of him. That one girl, I don't know if you've seen the clip or not, she couldn't get the gun in or out of her holster, whichever one it was. She just can't figure it out. She's so scared. So scared she just can't do it. Why was he on the rooftop so close? 143 yards, I think, away from him. Perfect shot. I mean, he had a perfect shot. And then people said, "Hey, I think there's one up on the roof. We need to get that checked out." But no one checked it out. It was just left alone. He'd been up there for a while, and just nothing happened. No one saw it. No one believed it. But hey, they got the shot, and he's gone now. So that's good. I just don't get why this happened. And of course, then the Secret Service head or whatever stepped down, even though she should have been fired because there was no answers. No answers were given after this attempt. Nothing at all. Why was nothing at all? Why didn't we have anything? Why didn't we know much about the shooter? They couldn't get into the shooter's phone for a while because it was encrypted. He's a 20-year-old kid. Why? Why couldn't we get into his phone? A lot of it just doesn't really add up. But then we get to the part that's just weird. That's also really weird. But then this is also really weird. Joe Biden said in an interview a week and a half ago, if I get a medical condition, I'll step down. Okay. 2-3 hours later, who was diagnosed with COVID? Joe Biden. Even though he's gotten all the vaccines, all the boosters. It's his third time though. But he said if you got the vaccine and boosters, you wouldn't get COVID. And that everyone that didn't get them was going to die. I didn't get them. I'm fine. I'm doing great. So what's going on? And then he dropped out. Just dropped out. No press conference. Just this mysterious looking letter. Let's look at this little letter really quick. My fellow Americans. Oh, shut up. It's the letters. It's not that good. And then people are saying that's not even his signature. And there's no presidential seal, which I think needs to be on there personally. But they're saying that's not his signature, which is really, really weird. And Joe Biden even said, I don't want to step down. I don't want to step down. But why is he only being taken out of the race? He's not having to step down at this moment, which is kind of weird. I think he should have to step down right now. Why does he get to just stay? I don't get it. He doesn't. It's also weird because why is it still a fair democracy? They're saying we have a good democracy, whatever, when they rigged the election. And then Kamala Harris is just now the nominee. Everyone voted for Biden. As a Democratic voter, if I was, which I'm not, I would be really, really, really mad that they just took who I voted for in the primaries and just ripped him out. I was like, here's Kamala, someone that everyone absolutely hates. But now everyone loves her. She's great. She's just great. Everyone just loves her. I don't get it, guys. I do not get it. So, no one saw him for a while. And then he had his live speech so live that they figured out it was said at 8 o'clock when Joe Biden literally said, I'm not going to be holding any, I'm not going to be doing anything presidential or whatever after like 6. And that's why his live speech wasn't live because his watch was set to like 6:27. I don't know. I was watching someone's live of it, live of the speech. It was NBC, and there was like a cut in like the middle of the speech, which I thought was interesting because if it's so live, why was there a cut in the middle of it? Weird, just really, really weird. So hope you liked today's episode. If you didn't, well, that sucks. Go somewhere else to watch your podcast. No, I'm just kidding. Make sure you like and subscribe. Be ready for some new episodes coming up. I have the episode explaining why my episodes are gone. There will be a episode of my latest conspiracy theory, which I'm really excited about because it's kind of interesting, and I think it's 100% real. And then I will have one with Abigail Carpenter. She's been on an episode before that was taken down, which was kind of an accident. So we're gonna do a redo and talk about some new things. So thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.